We like to think of our wines as Paso Robles defined. My family saw the potential in Paso Robles, and now my dream is to make it a global household name. Come relax, indulge, and try wines that we only make for our tasting cellar and for you when you come visit us. We are born, grown, and made in Paso Robles. Welcome to Hope Family Wines.
Hi there, I'm Kim Walker, and we're so happy you're joining us for our virtual happy hour today. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Open that bottle of wine, pour yourself a glass, pour yourself a couple glasses. We're going to enjoy some games, some Q&A, some fun facts, a special guest appearance. But for now, we're at the Tasting Cellar, and before we head over to the Hopes, we want to give you a glimpse of some things we have happening here. So follow me and check out the deck.
As we approach cruising altitude, you'll see the scenic landscapes of Paso Robles. As we leave the tasting cellar, we fly over Grenache vines and pass over a seasonal creek lined with 100-year-old oaks. Paso Robles literally translates to the passages of oak. As we begin our descent to the Hope residence, I'm going to pass you off to CJ and Tara. Before then, please be sure to ask questions in the chat. Let us know how you're feeling about content. Thank you so much for flying Hope Airlines today. Enjoy our virtual happy hour.
Hello, hello. Welcome to our live stream happy hour.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon or evening, depending on where you're tuning in from.
Because you are tuning in from everywhere, so thank you for joining us.
The comments are coming in. We see East Coast, West Coast. What is it? Mountain time.
I'm Tara.
Everyone.
Tara, I am the wine advisor with Hope Family Wines.
I'm CJ. I'm the brand ambassador for Hope Family Wines, and we are excited to be back.
Yep.
Again, is this our third time doing this?
Uh-huh.
I think it is.
Yep.
And this is always a fun afternoon. So we're super excited to have everyone tuning in. And we're going to have a fun happy hour.
Please let us know what you're drinking, what's in your glass. Put your comments in the chat. Continue those. Thank you.
Yes.
Whoever's put them in already. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, and keep telling us where you're tuning in from, because we love to see just how far this has reached and how where across the U.S. people are enjoying Paso wines and Austin Hope wines tonight.
And if you're joining us again, thank you. We're happy that you're back with us.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Tara, you have an empty glass.
I do. So do you.
Yeah, it's like.
So what are we going to start with? I would love the 2022 Cabernet Franc.
Yeah. So I figured the best way to start this evening would be to start with some of our newest releases.
Yeah.
So let's start with some Cab Franc.
And 2022 was one of the hottest years in recent memory for Paso. So we have some super luscious fruit that have come out in our newest release of wines. So we're going to taste a little Cabernet Franc. Austin says something really cool about Cab Franc. He's a little bit obsessed with Cab Franc, I would say.
Yeah.
It's what, the sleeping giant?
One of the sleeping giants of Paso, absolutely.
And that's because...
Well, Cab Franc is...
I like the way he tells it better, so we're going to listen to him.
I would describe Cab Franc as being, it's a grape varietal that has high acid, high tannin. I would say it doesn't have consistently that like kind of lush mouthfeel that Cabernet Sauvignon has, which masks some of those more aggressive attributes, I guess you could say. So to some, Cab Franc could be considered intimidating.
Oh, and a little abrasive. But for us, ours is not that. We... typically, I like to talk about how we harvest it a little bit later. Mm-hmm. So we really allow that fruit to fully ripen. It brings out more of the fruit flavors, less of the like pyrazines, which is more vegetal. But this time, being that it's the 2022, and it was so warm. We've got this just luscious, soft, supple tannin, super juicy, the most approachable, younger Cabernet Franc that I feel we've ever released. So
Yeah.
it's one of my personal favorites. So I wanted to start with it.
So when you are enjoying this with, or I guess we're not enjoying it with the guests, but when you're pouring this for guests, typically, like, how would you describe this wine to someone? Because just sitting here, like, there's the aromatics, there's so much going on.
Yeah, a lot. I get a lot of black fruit. I get black plum. I get black cherry, which is really cool. And then we're getting like that roasted coffee. I get leather and tobacco and all of that, like cedar, all of that I feel is going to come as it ages a little bit longer too. But you get hints of that right in the finish.
Yeah.
So I know that's coming. It's going to come to the forefront a little more. I just can't wait to watch this wine develop. In
Someone
the bottle
described aromatically reds for me one time. Reds that have these kind of like those what people like dusty tannins, as having kind of a pencil shavings-esque note on the nose.
I think of like Dirty Saddle. I like that one. It's like that leather and that earth, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember the last time I smelled a Dirty Saddle, but
or licked one.
Yeah, or right, pencil shavings. He uses pencils anymore. Or licked one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When people say wines taste like wet stone, I'm like, okay, how do you know?
But it reminds me of when I was a kid and it rained and on the flat top and it was hot.
Absolutely.
That's what it reminds me of. Okay, I love the Malbec too, though. I think we should taste both of them.
Yeah,
you're tasting it.
Well, the Cab Franc. I want to say also, I think when it comes to this varietal, that, like I said, many consider to be intimidating. Maybe that wine is more. This wine is more a wine you enjoy with food versus something you can just sit at home and enjoy. I think that today the average wine consumer is someone who's a little more adventurous and they're willing to try new things, and Cabernet Franc is up there with what people are willing to try. And so that sleeping giant Cab Franc here in Paso, you're seeing more and more winemakers kind of uproot and bring out these single varietal Cab Francs, and so those adventurous palates are looking for it.
Yeah.
And so we have this, of course, you guys are familiar. We have Quest, which is our Cabernet Franc Cabernet Sauvignon blend. They're both amazing wines, and so this wine is hitting a mark that I feel like is really important in Paso and continually showcasing that diversity of Paso too. Single varietal Cab Franc is up and coming, and it's definitely scaling too. So I don't want to dump this out.
I know.
It's tasting so good.
It is.
Was anyone drinking this tonight? I want to see if anyone's drinking Cab Franc. I see someone's drinking Malbec. We're getting that. I love the Malbec too. Oh my gosh, this is what people are drinking tonight. Ready?
Okay.
We got Syrah Grenache blend. Love it. We have more Malbec. We have Graciano, Triana Anniversary.
Oh, Triana Anniversary.
Wow, you multiple bottles. Anaheim Hills. We have North Carolina.
The 22 Cab Franc. So you know what we're talking about right now then.
Colorado Springs. They're drinking Triana Blanc, and the Cab is ready for later. It's geared up.
Okay, Eric. 2017 Reserve Cab.
Hello, Sarah. Gainesville, Florida. GSM. GSM is tasting so good right now too.
Oh my gosh.
They're all tasting.
It is.
Well, let's taste some Malbec because we have a lot of Malbec drinkers in here. Oh, here's someone drinking Cab Franc. Perfect.
And we have
Randy loves Cab Franc.
Really. Our Malbec is so much. It's like extra. That's how I feel. It's like it is showing off. Totally.
So this is our third vintage of the Cellar Select Malbec. And I remember when we were told we were going to be releasing a Malbec, I was so excited because I love this varietal. And Tara and I were talking about this earlier. Malbec is a grape varietal that I feel like has a small hold in Paso, but it is mighty. And I feel like there's such a good number of people who enjoy this varietal, but it's not necessarily easy to come by anymore. And something we talked about is, and learned this from Austin, was that winemaking expertise has come so far over the past, however long, couple decades.
Few years.
Yeah, just the past like 6 months. So really what it is that people have come to know individual varietals more, winemakers, growers alike, I know. And so really what it is we no longer are treating varietals in groups, but more individually. So rather than just treating all Bordeaux varietals the same or all Burgundy varietals the same,
right?
It's like, no, now we need to treat Malbec like Malbec. Because even when you think of the 5 Bordeaux varietals, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Malbec, Merlot, they all have their specifications of what they need to grow best. and we finally figured it out. So Malbec is a varietal that enjoys the climate of Paso, but the combination that it needs some elevation. And for those that have been here and those who haven't, come to visit us. Paso is like this shallow bowl. So Malbec really grows best almost in the more outskirt areas where there is higher altitude. So you think the hills of the Adelaida district, or where we get some fruit from is the Paso Robles Highlands, which is the most southeastern reaching portion of Paso. There are these very obvious kind of carved ancient riverbeds where there's these high mesa plateaus that have those flat tops, and there's Malbec vineyards and Cabernet vineyards, and it has the elevation.
Yeah, and I love that we always think east side, oh, it's hot, it's dry, it's so warm over there. But when you're in the Paso Highlands and you're on those mesas, the Templeton Gap where we live, right, where our vineyard is the corridor that feeds that ocean breeze to the sub ABAs of Paso. But there's also this pop of air, this shoot of air that comes over top, and it hits those mesas.
Yeah.
So it actually stays cooler throughout the day, the morning, and then cools off earlier in the afternoon. Yeah. So Malbec loves it there.
Compared to, and don't get me wrong, these aren't like mountains. These are like 2,200
We're still
feet above
Paso.
sea level. Still Paso. But 2,200 feet, even compared to the rest of Paso, we have found that these are the areas where Malbec grows best. So a lot of places where Malbec was planted maybe back in the day, we've discovered as Paso is going through this, our vineyard director, Stacy, calls it the Paso Renaissance. All these vineyards that were planted 20 years ago, we've learned a lot in that time. And so we're going through a lot of replanting, and we're finding where certain varietals love the best.
And the coolest thing about Paso, though, is we have so much diversity. We have all of these little pockets of microclimates. We have so many different soil types, but 46 different soil types right now. On Stacy, I love how she said this one time, and it stuck with me forever. On a 1 acre parcel of land, you're looking at 12 different soil types in Paso. So now that we've figured out different varieties, we can just plant them in the right spot. And they're growing really well, and they're showing beautifully. The complexity of this Malbec, there's a lot going on here.
There's a lot. We were picking out Malbec variety is just really unique. And so this one, you get a combination of, I say it's like juicy watermelon, or I say it's not watermelon.
It's not the rind.
It's not Jolly Rancher. It's somewhere in the middle. But then you also get like black tea, maybe a little bit of
little dill,
tobacco dill,
sage.
So really complex, a lot going on, a lot to discover. The Malbec is just becoming Side
note, something else too about these, the Malbec, I get excited about barrel programs. 9 months these spent, not a long time in barrel. And we're using French and American. So we're getting both of what each type of barrel has to offer in here, but really not overly oaking it either way.
No, or over aging. Like Austin used this term one time. I love you. Over aging of wines. He referred to it as you're drying the wines out. So you're reducing a lot of the natural, or diminishing a lot of the natural qualities of this fruit. We want you to taste what
Malbec has to offer.
Cab Franc
from Paso specifically.
So don't overage it. Don't over oak it. Just let it shine on its own.
Yes,
and then we get to drink them faster too. So.
Yeah, but I love me a 32 months in barrel as well. So I'm not gonna say I don't.
So hopefully some of you guys are enjoying this Malbec or the Cab Franc tonight. We of course have plenty of wines coming, but speaking of new, something we also want to talk to you guys about or tell you about that's new is we have a new experience that we are releasing in the tasting room. So tell us about it, Tara.
Okay, so we do an aromatics tasting.
So cool.
So and we use black glasses as well. So it's a little combination of.
Is that my camera? Let's look over here.
Testing your palate. Testing your palate, but making it fun. Super fun. Learning how to really get to know the wine and just the wine for what it is. You're not able to really see it. And so we're diving into, when you're using a black glass, right? You can't see the wine, whether it's red or white.
Yeah.
So we're figuring out what to expect. Like, what are the grape expectations, I call it. Like, what to expect. Thank you.
Nice one.
From each different varietal wine. Like, what should I be smelling to tell me that's a Syrah, that's a Cab? And then tasting it and really picking it apart and getting to know each varietal as we go without being able to see it.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, that's not a big deal. It is.
You'd be surprised. It really, like, removing those senses that you don't realize that you utilize so much when it comes to identifying what you're tasting, what you're smelling, or not smelling because you're smelling, but it really just removes a whole nother like part of your brain almost. And you really have to dig deep. There are people, if you've done a black glass tasting, sorry, put it in the comments. I love seeing how many people actually experience this, but you'd be surprised how hard it is to even recognize if it's a white or a red.
Seriously.
Especially if they're all similar
Especially when we trick them. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to trick people too. So really great experience. Like I said, we really just, it takes you back to the basics. There's definitely a sensory part of it where we help you identify some basic smells using these essential oils to kind of help just train your brain, and then diving into the black glass. Like it just, you kind of, it's fun. It's very different.
It's super fun.
Yeah.
It's super fun. And it's something that everyone should experience at least once, because it is surprising how much fun it actually is to really get to know the wines.
Or we transition back. So what we decided to do, which camera? I feel like we were really on the news. So what we decided to do for this, I can set up a little bit, is we wanted to kind of take a popular trend. If you've seen this on social media, as people will taste like different sodas or different beverages and try and guess what they are. We want to do this with our wines. Test my and Tara's knowledge, but we're actually removing another sense because we can't
smell it.
So
or see
really
it.
We're relying just on taste. Or see it.
Yeah.
Every sense is gone except for taste.
Yeah.
So we are going to start. Kim knows the answers. We're going to try and get through them, see how many we get right. And I'm really, we got this.
Yeah.
All right. Should we start over here?
Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay. I know this one, I think.
I think I do too. Okay. So definitely a white.
Okay. Yes, it is. And it's got a little bit of like underripe pineapple, which I love. A little bit of grapefruit.
Okay.
I like it.
I'm like, we haven't done this yet. So
No.
should we like whisper each other what we think it is? We can't because we
We have
on.
mics so they can hear us.
Okay. So
Oh, should we write it down? No, let's
our
just talk
brains.
about it. Let's
We'll
just talk about it. Okay.
So I think this is
The
Sauvignon Blanc.
Yes, okay, good. Totally.
We're not going to find out till the end though. So if you guys, if we're wrong, don't make fun of us.
Okay, but I think that because our Sauv Blanc is not, it has both
it's warm
elements.
climate Sauv Blanc.
It's warm because it's Paso, but it still is like, it has the classic undertones of Sauv Blanc, but then it's also like ripe.
I always describe it as, and we just released a Triana Sauvignon Blanc this past year too, and it's fun to showcase this varietal in a different form. People are so used to, I always say,
Look at us. What if we're wrong?
I know. It's the Shannon.
Okay, let's just move on instead of like,
we'll
seriously, what if it's wrong?
Okay, let's see. I think it's funny when we do it at the same time.
Okay, we'll
too.
get in here.
I've never felt closer to you, Tara. My mic. It's okay, I got it. Okay, wait, now I'm distracted. I need that one.
Yeah,
again.
we gotta do it again. Okay.
Okay.
I get like a really
It's a-
nice, beautiful, juicy acid.
Yeah, but
right?
so I feel like this is one of the Rhones. Not
For sure.
a Rhone. let's
For
say
sure.
a
But I
Rhone.
think it's probably a cooler climate too.
Okay, you're right. I feel like so we released a slew of Santa Barbara wines, part of our new Appellation series. It has to be that like zingy acidity is not one of our Paso
No, that's not
wines.
Paso. It's got a beautiful fruit though. I mean, like you can, but what is it? Hold on,
So
sorry.
we have 3 Santa Barbara wines we released. It's not, oh God, wait, hold on.
Okay, this is like darker fruit, right? Except for it's got that acid, so it's kind of like playing with me.
Oh God.
But it's not like strawberry, so I'm not going necessarily at Grenache.
I don't think it's a
right?
Grenache. I feel like it's one of the, it's
One
the
of the Syrah or the Syrah blend.
Or
One
Syrah
of those,
Grenache blend.
ooh, oh, would they do that to us? Probably.
Throw a blend in the
Probably. Yeah.
mix. Him?
Okay.
Um,
I think it's Appellation.
Santa Barbara Syrah.
Syrah.
Okay.
But
Is that your final
we'll
answer?
see.
Can we phone
Can
a
we-
friend? Audience, ask the audience.
I don't know.
Let's move on. I think
Okay.
we're on. I think we're spot on with that one. We have to be
What if
confident
they
in
did
ourselves.
it? Okay.
The straws aerate, if you can't tell.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. What
Oh,
that
that's
is.
really good. Mhm. I've never tasted this before.
Never had it before. I don't know if you guys have either.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the cab, right?
Pretty sure. Wait, let's taste it. Oh, I don't know.
You're tasting the 4th one now?
Mhm.
Okay. I hope you guys are getting a kick out of this. I feel like you drink more out of a straw than
Yeah.
you think you do. Okay. I think this is the cab.
Okay. Do you get the?
That's like
that finish. That
velvety soft
yeah,
too.
Yeah. Which tells me really nice barrel program, like really long or like longer.
Longer barrel program or more.
Okay, little char in the finish of this one. I think it. So I'm like saying like, oh, it's not the estate Syrah though.
No, we're
So
out.
it's definitely, I know. So it's definitely got a little bit of that Syrah kick in the finish though.
I feel like this is why am I whispering? I feel like this is like,
I mean, that's definitely the cab, right?
I feel like this is like the Triana anniversary.
Anniversary, yeah, because it's got longer barrel.
Just 'cause
Like you
I had
can
it
see
yesterday,
the barrel.
so I feel
You
like
can like feel the barrel in that, like
And
the
it's
longer
the- it's
aging,
the-
like
it's the texture,
super
too.
velvety, lovely.
All right, Kim. Okay, so let's review our answers.
So I really like this one. Just like you.
So we got Sauvignon Blanc. Okay, this is what we think. Sauvignon Blanc, Santa Barbara Syrah, Austin Hope Cab, Triana Red Anniversary.
That's anniversary.
I'm all wrong.
I knew it.
No, they're all right.
This has been
No
fun. Thank
way.
you. They're all right. Wow. Okay. These two, when I went to this one, it
Yeah.
kind of stumped me. on
That's
this one,
why
but-
I went to this one because
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever this is, like one of them's got to be the cab.
Yeah, that's why so we had to be
Sorry,
confident
but I
ourselves,
assumed
too.
one of them was going to be the cab.
And 100%, we had no idea what these are. Kim actually kicked me out of the barn earlier because she wanted
Mm-hmm.
full time to herself to focus and pick these surprising
That's
wines,
crazy
so.
though. That's
Well, it just
crazy
shows
though,
that
because
we-
even the Austin
we do
Hope
know these
cab,
wines,
I
too.
mean,
Yeah.
you were like, okay, that's a cab, but I was like, but what if it's
We've
not?
had it a couple of times in our lives. Okay, let's see what people are saying. Well, we'll clean this up.
Okay,
This
cab
right now?
reserve.
Let's see. Okay. Hello
Okay,
from
we're
Raleigh,
drinking-
North
what is-
Carolina. Hi, Mindy from North Carolina.
Someone's drinking the 23 rosé.
Oh shoot.
That's
Hello from New
I
Hampshire.
love it.
I hope you get the Merlot back. Oh.
Me too. Not gonna lie.
Cheers.
All right.
Malbec's drinking great. Hope's Cab Franc is the only
Hey.
one I like. Thank you.
Oh, okay. The only Cab Franc that you like?
That's
Is that what you're saying? I get it. I get that. Yeah.
Kelly Dwyer said, "Great stuff, Terrence. You do this is a great programming idea."
Aww.
We should start a show, right?
Yeah.
Be like every
Kelly.
Sunday evening. Yeah, maybe we should. Oh my god, okay. I love this. I love that we know these wines so well.
Yeah.
This Sauv Blanc is one of my favorites. It's just such a good showcase of Warm Climate Sauv Blanc. The Appellation series has been such a fun addition.
Okay. So
too.
this is the reason this one. Okay. I had amazing tri-tip Zio brand. If y'all come to Paso and want some meat for your like, what is it? It's not bed and breakfast, Airbnb
Yeah,
time, and you're going to be
like
grilling.
barbecue back at your
Zio brand
Airbnb.
meat, amazing. Anyway, so like I don't know. I opened this up early in the day just because
Oh, this raw with yeah.
I wanted
absolutely.
to, and had it with some amazing tri-tip.
Yeah.
Incredible. It was
So good.
incredible. Also did the same thing with the 2022 Petite Syrah Le Grind.
Mm.
I'm telling you.
I love that
I'm
wine.
telling you. So
All
highly
right,
recommend.
We nailed this. Congrats to us. What's next?
Good, because I was really nervous about this.
We were like, what if we fail?
And then
on
when
live
Kim's
television?
like, "You're all wrong," we're like, "Go figure."
We knew it.
We're pretty confident about that.
Absolutely. We should be. We know these wines.
Yeah.
It's
the only
Tara,
ones I drank. So.
I was talking to her earlier and I said, I cannot believe that we're doing this again. I feel like we just did this. It's already April of 2024. What year is it?
Mhm.
But it's basically over.
Yeah.
And May is around the corner, which is always a big month in Paso.
Yes.
Um,
The like
let's talk
super
about why.
exciting month in Paso. And
Yes.
we Hope Family Wines we've got a lot going
Just
on.
few
A lot
things,
coming
a
up.
few, like really big things. So the first thing
Tell me.
is definitely a notice of keeping an eye on your email inbox
Yeah.
because the beloved Austin Hope Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon is being released
May
basically around the
15th.
corner.
So April 15th, tax day. We know that day. Think May 15th this year. That's reserve release.
We got through
and,
that.
and you know the reserve. It comes and then it goes.
Yes.
So look for that email in your inbox. Get on it. Seriously.
We have
Because
something
then people get
special.
mad at me because it's gone. So like
Are you talking about me?
just do it.
No, keep an eye on your email though because we have something.
You know who
very
you are.
special in store for the release of the Reserve Cab, and we cannot wait. We've been missing it. We know you guys have been missing it, and
Mhm.
it's just such a special day of the year each year.
The
too.
first tasting of it will be for Twilight Tasting,
Yes.
which we
Oh,
have
yeah,
the
yeah.
third Thursday of May. And if you've never been to a Twilight tasting, you need to. And this one in May, it's going to be the first tasting of the Reserve.
Yes.
Yeah, we may or may not be wearing blue. Sorry, that's my thing.
Yeah, so Twilight tastings, yes, it's just such a great way for people to come and members to come and enjoy some of our new wines.
Yeah.
Talk with our club team, see the grounds. It's just always a fun evening. And to
Yeah, our whole
Reserve
club
into that,
team is there and hanging out with you guys too.
people you guys
It's great.
talk
Our
to
membership
all the
team.
time.
Yeah.
So, and the tying the Reserve in is just an extra special treat.
Oh, heck
too,
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And for those who know what else happens in Paso in May, the Twilight tasting is basically the kickoff for us into Wine Fest weekend. So Paso Wine Fest.
We like to just shove everything into one.
Let's just pack it into the
Yeah.
So Paso Wine Fest, huge day every single year in Paso. It's like the biggest wine event in Paso, basically.
Yeah.
I was just pouring an event in Orange County, and I probably had at least 8-10 people come up to me and they were like, "You're gonna be at Wine Fest," and I was like, "Where else would I be?"
Yeah.
Of course I'm gonna be at Wine
Every
Fest.
year.
So
Yeah.
it's a huge event. It's literally
So you haven't got your
hundreds of
tickets.
Paso wineries.
Like, get your tickets and come.
There's something really
I don't
fun
even know if
doing
they're
this
still
year,
available,
too.
but you should look into it.
Really fun this year. So the Wine Fest is always on this Saturday before Memorial Day weekend. It always just ends up being like the most beautiful weather weekend of the month too. Sometimes hot, but there's a lot of good wine to keep cool. They added a really cool event the Friday evening. It's with Chef Tyler Florence. It's a
So the night
Masters of
before.
Fire.
Okay.
Night before,
Okay.
yes. So Masters. Tyler Florence is he has multiple shows on the Food Network. He's a celebrity chef, and he has this basically barbecue competition that is stopping in Paso. So it's called Masters of Fire. He's coming to Paso Friday of Wine Fest weekend, and he's working or has a couple local chefs, barbecuers.
Well, he's in the right spot because we do
Yeah.
barbecue really well here.
100%. And so luckily there's a handful of Paso wineries that are going to be participating that evening. I will be there. Hope you guys can be there and come see us.
I won't be there.
I'll eat some extra barbecue for you.
Thank you.
But it should be super fun. It's a great spotlight on local chefs as well. And they are competing to be the Master of Fire. Master of Fire? Master Barbecuer? Sure. And they basically move on to the next round
Fire.
and kind of represent this area. But to be able to
I think
tack on to
Austin
Paso, that's like
should
a rigged
compete.
competition. He was
He
a really
would.
good barbecue.
Yeah. Then I'd
That's
show
not
up.
fair.
No, I'm
That's
just kidding.
not fair.
Oh, okay.
Then you would come.
No.
So really
I'm
great to add it on to that weekend though, and to have a spotlight on the food scene of Paso too. Like I always tell people, the food scene of Paso is just literally, no pun intended, on
We're kind
fire
of
right
like
now.
next level at this point
It's
in
just-
Paso.
There's so many
It's-
good things to eat here.
Yeah.
So many great
Our
places to
restaurants
eat,
are
too.
like wines, coming to that same
Yes,
level.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
So get your tickets to Wine Fest weekend. We'll be there. We're gonna be pouring Reserve Cab for
Mhm.
everybody. So definitely come and see us.
We have something else going on the same day that we're going to talk about a little later with our little special guest.
Speaking of eating,
Oh.
when we started playing this live stream, there was something really fun that we wanted to implement. So a friend of mine reached out a couple months ago.
It was like a chef party or
Chef,
something.
yeah, my friend is a chef. It was actually her cousin. I laughed that he reached out to me about food because his cousin is a celebrity chef. And he said, "Hey, CJ, I'm going to this party and the theme is junk food paired with wine." And I was like, And he said, "I have the Merlot. What do I pair with it?" So, of course, I'm bopping around the taste room talking to the team. And our coworker, Holly, goes, "Chili cheese Fritos."
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
And Holly is brilliant with pairings. Okay. So we're like,
Mastermind, yeah.
oh, but you
Okay.
got to just trust Holly.
Yeah.
We know
Feedback
that now.
Next week was, yes, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
We loved it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So then I keep seeing this, and it's almost like this trend. It's happening more and more. And we were talking about it, it's almost like taking the snobbiness out of wine and food.
Which is perfect for our wines and our whole
Our
like,
wines are so
portfolio, right?
approachable.
And we have wine for everyone, like here, there, everywhere, every
Correct.
different price point, every different mouthfeel, like everything.
So I told Tara, I said, let's look into some junk food and wine pairings.
Awesome.
Let's debunk them. Yay,
On
nay,
board,
nay.
CJ.
Scoured
Let's
the
do it.
internet and found a handful of them that we were like, we got to try this.
And I love to debunk things
Yes.
too.
And she might have thrown one in there. I'm gonna grab my my smorgasbord that we put together. I don't know if you can see how beautifully
ooh.
plated this is.
Okay. I'm going to clear our glasses.
Here's some glasses. We got a handful of snacks. We'll take you through one by one. But basically, we have 5 different wines, 5 different junk foods. The best part was going to the store and buying this collection of things that I would never buy and have
Since you were,
not
like,
bought a long
in
time.
kindergarten?
Yeah, I was like, oh God, what the person at the checkout counter thinks of me. So we are going to start with actually a little rinse because we have some delicious Malbec in our glasses.
All right.
The first pairing is our Chenin Blanc, 2021 Chenin Blanc, paired with Cheetos. I love a Cheeto, but
Oh, we have a quick question.
Kelly would like you guys to talk about the mouthfeel of the Cab Franc.
okay,
It's
Oh.
so different than the Austin Hope Cab or Triana Cab.
that's a good point.
Okay. Mouthfeel of the Cab Franc. I think that it has a really like perfect balance to me. I don't feel like it's super like heavy, luscious, chewy. I don't. I think it's like a little bit lighter this vintage.
Yeah.
And I think that it has a really nice balance of soft tannins with a little bit of that like salivating acid too, but nothing piercing, nothing abrasive one way or the other. I think that's why I love this Cab Franc
Yeah.
so much.
Well, and the
Yum.
Austin Oak Cab and the Triana Cab have that extremely velvety texture, and a lot of that is
And big. They're bigger.
yeah, a lot of it is it's vineyard selection. Like the Cabernet vineyards that we're sourcing from specifically for tannin structure, so that we can then implement it into the barrel program, which is also specifically curated to help with velvety tannin structure.
Yeah.
So Cab Franc, like I mentioned earlier, tannin structure wise, acid wise, it's just a different beast than Cabernet Sauvignon. So you do get maybe some of those more somewhat sharp characteristics, but for a Cab Franc, to your point, it's definitely very balanced. Cab Franc's also traditionally a little lighter than Cab Sauv. So
I know that everybody thinks that they always like,
on your palate.
oh, it's the big beastly manly part of the Cabernet Sauvignon, and actually I think of it as the mama.
She's
It's the
kinda
luscious,
dainty.
velvety side
Yeah.
of it all, right?
Dainty with some like aggressive qualities.
Yeah, like the mama, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Good question though, Kelly. Also, while we're doing this, I would love for you guys to put in the comments some of the weirdest pairings you've found. They just come up in our lives. You end up like it's a random night and you discover something weird, a fun snack.
Kim has
another question.
what?
Check out Joe Casas.
I think when you're pairing
Joe.
food, a perfect match is Austin Hope Cab with Whataburger.
What a burger!
I love a burger.
Oh, I've never even had a Whataburger.
A Whataburger.
Is it Whataburger?
I was just in Texas and
Not
they're
Whataburger?
everywhere. It was kind of but I didn't have time. Next time.
Yeah.
Okay, so starting with Chenin Blanc and Cheetos. And also,
Okay,
if you ever
let's
do
do
wine
it.
and food pairings, the key is always wine, food, wine.
Wine, food, wine. You
taste the
gotta-
wine by itself.
We hug the food with the wine.
love
So
that.
I think 51-year-old vines of Chenin Blanc too. Like, I mean, come on.
Mhm.
Mm.
I love this Chenin. It's got such a, it's like clovey and gingery. We got another comment.
Super unique.
Here's
Some interesting ones. We'll taste this. Cheddar and sour cream ruffles are good with everything. Okay. Brownies with red wine, limon Lay's chips with Chardonnay. Ooh, because those are like acidic too. That's kind of interesting. Popcorn.
Let me just try
and
another one of these
M&Ms with
Cheetos to be
Cabernet
sure.
Sauvignon. Jill, wait, popcorn and M&Ms together?
Oh,
With Cabernet.
I do that. My husband thinks I'm crazy. I'm like, put some chocolate in the popcorn, melt it a little bit.
Sorry to hear
Thank
me
you.
crunch these Cheetos in my microphone.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Remember where yeah your name.
Yeah. You know what it did?
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, your name. Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is it definitely took away like the structure of the Chenin to me.
My thing with food pairings
So would
too
I
is
do
if I
that?
always feel like I still taste the Cheeto.
Yeah.
Which is good. They don't overtake each other, but the Cheeto flavor, probably because it's sorry to disappoint anyone, it's not real cheese. It's a little more of a lingering flavor.
Really?
Really? It's just what I've heard. The rumor on the streets. But that flavor is prominent. So I feel like they do work well together, and wine and food should be
They do
complementary.
taste good together. I'm actually
I'm not
surprised.
mad at it. Let's just cut this here. I'm going to sit here and eat
I know.
Cheetos. So okay, that was a really cheesy one.
I'm not mad at it either, but do I want my wine and food pairings to be like, okay?
I'm not mad at that though.
Oh, right. Well, I kind of am. It's taken away like the like zing, the like
Yes,
zest of
I
the
agree with that.
Chenin, right?
Yeah, it doesn't let the wine shine too.
Exactly.
And I feel like that should be the point. Like I said, complementary. They should boost each other. I feel like in this, the Cheetos work, but I'm getting a lot of Cheeto. So
Yeah, like I would do it. I would sit there and I would drink the bottle and I would eat the Cheetos.
I'm
But-
very middle ground. I'm not yang or naying it. I'm like something.
so this is one that
combination.
you found that was like Chenin Blanc specifically should pair with Cheetos.
Yes, 100%. So the first four we're doing are ones that I
All
scoured
right.
the internet for. The fifth one we'll talk about when we get there. But you got my Chenin.
Yeah.
So internet, I'm on the fence.
Yeah.
Okay.
In and out,
just in and
always.
out. No wine pairing.
Yeah,
just in and out.
Joe Condi. Okay.
Mahi shrimp ceviche paired with Sauvignon Blanc. Yes, 100%.
Okay, but wait a second. That's a junk food?
Mahi shrimp. I'm coming to your house.
I know, right? Like, I wish my junk
Just has
food was
it around.
ceviche.
Triana Blanc with popcorn. That sounds delicious.
Triana Blanc with popcorn. Actually,
Where are the
I've heard
flaming
it.
hot Cheetos? Okay, Paul. Actually, that would have been fun to try, but spicy. That's like spicy.
That's
with
a tough
tannin
one.
is hard too. So, okay, the next one is what I'm most excited for. Right?
We're not having flaming hot Cheetos.
Yes.
I will go.
Maybe next
I'll
time.
go somewhere else.
I do love flaming
In
hot
my
Cheetos,
mind,
though.
I mean.
Okay, so this pairing is Grenache
Which Grenache? I love
with a corn dog,
Okay.
and I love a hot dog.
Oh,
love
smell
a
it.
corn
Does
dog.
it smell like the fair?
Okay, the best part was when I bought these in the freezer section. There were two options for corn dogs: beef or classic. So in my head, I was like, "The mystery is still alive. We don't know what this is." And I was like, "I'm not going for beef. I'm going for mystery." So Grenache and
Mystery
corn
meat
dogs.
corn dogs.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh.
Not the wine.
Okay.
So this is our Paso Grenache appellation.
I really
series.
like the Paso
smells so good
Grenache.
right now,
And
too.
I like, okay, our estate, obviously, Paso Grenache, absolutely beautiful, little bit like a Grenache on steroids. This one is a little more, since it's in the Adelita district, grown there, a little bit mellower, a little bit more like varietally accurate.
Yeah, well,
or not like,
I feel like it's such a cool showcase of the versatility of this varietal within a
Exactly.
10-mile radius in
thank
the
you.
same region.
Exactly.
The soils come into play, the temperature swings, whatever it may be. But I'm sitting here
that's
waving this corn dog around. Okay, I got distracted.
Here we
But
go.
really, that's what a cool showcase it is people are so familiar with our estate Grenache, so to showcase another style of Paso Grenache. Oh, we're coming.
I love corn dogs. This is so mind-boggling.
I love that. Any condiments would you recommend with this top-notch pairing?
Hot
Plain.
mustard with what, Curtis?
This. Okay, let's see.
And Grenache? Oh.
I don't think
I'm
so. I think this is a nay for me.
I think
But it's
corn dogs
interesting.
and anything is great.
I mean,
a great idea,
I like
but
them both individually.
Yeah.
But I will tell you the interesting part about this too is you think the meat of the hot dog, whatever it is, but the sweet like cornbread of it's like there's a lot going on. I think I'm gonna try
Yeah.
it again, but
I'm not gonna not eat this corn dog. But
I'm gonna finish this corn dog at some point. But
okay. Again, what I'm experiencing with this is kind of a muting of the wine. Do I want that? No, I don't.
I'm sorry. Someone said cannot do corn dogs. Mouse meat? Question mark. Don't ruin corn dogs for me. But Terry, I get where you're coming from.
What is recently discovered the Austin Hope Cab? Aw, worth every penny. Very good.
We like
Glad
to
that
have
I
fun with
love
wine.
hearing that. You know what? Austin Hope Cab brought me to Austin Hope. And so there are so many of us that have come here because of that Austin Hope Cab. And Austin Hope, the man, it's like, I'm going to show the world what Paso is capable of on a large scale. Like, right? Make us a household name, right? Why not, right?
elevating
Little
Paso, yeah.
18-year-old little Austin, you know, with this big dream.
Just
And like,
saying.
I came here and it's changed my life. And obviously, but like, and so many people come here because of that wine that has
Yeah.
reached so many households now,
Totally.
you know?
100%.
Thanks, Austin. Okay, so that's a
I was like, put our
no,
corn dogs
right?
down.
That
That's
was a no.
Nay.
I like
sorry.
the wine.
Love Grenache, love corn dogs, not together.
Yeah. separate.
Okay, so the next one, Tara and I couldn't decide. There's two options. We're gonna do both.
So CJ asks, okay, Oreos or Reese's peanut butter cups?
How do you decide?
My response was, ooh,
Both. That's what she
both.
said,
Yeah,
So they were going back to Malbec for this one. I love. Someone just said this is mind-boggling, and I love that.
I know.
So more Malbec
Spicy brown mustard.
with the corn dog. That might have. I don't know. Let's
With
see. Mustard's kind of acidic. Grenache is kind of acidic. It could have been a good pairing though.
Let's look. Let's see what else. What do we have? What do we have
Does
recommendations?
it look a little odd that it's on a stick? Okay.
Does it look a little odd that it's on a stick? Was that?
Look how seriously my wine merchants are taking wine plus corn dog pairing.
Right.
We take things seriously
Love us-
here in
yeah.
Austin Hope.
Me, Brian.
All right, so Amina said Oreos. Let's go with the Oreos first then.
Okay. Wine. Hug that
Mhm.
Oreo.
I can drink this all day. You didn't get an
Seriously,
Oreo.
it's really good. Thanks. Oh, what are you, an animal?
Do you know the self-restraint I had to implement to not get the double stuff? I was like, that's going to throw the balance off.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone just bite into an Oreo without taking it apart.
I'm going for efficiency.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm not mad at that one.
That doesn't take anything away from that Malbec.
Yeah.
That Malbec's like,
And the Oreo's not as lingering as the Cheetos.
anyone drinking, if you have Oreos in your pantry right now and you're
Run.
drinking that 22 Malbec, try it.
Give it a shot.
I like that
I like that too, but now I'm interested to try the Reese's because peanut butter.
because peanut butter.
Because peanut butter.
I really like peanut.
One more Malbec hit. Jeanette, wait, what are you dumping? Jeanette, we have to make it through this entire live stream. we have to ration ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Ration.
I love a Reese's. Honestly, it's one of my favorite.
That's why I said both. I mean, how are you gonna pick? Okay, what else do we got going on? Hang in there. Thanks, Paul.
I'm gonna finish the Reese's. But
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
no,
Absolutely
that doesn't
not.
work.
So, dump your Reese's with your Malbec.
Oreos.
Go for Oreos.
Reese's.
There we go.
All right.
Okay, that was a good one.
That was the next one. I'm really excited for.
Thank God I didn't just say, yeah, go get the, peanut butter cups.
A Slim Jim.
Actual
Um,
trademark.
part of the experience is opening this, and this is going with Cab Franc.
Do you have to
Slim
do it
Jim
with your
Cab Franc.
teeth?
Yeah, I think you have to use your teeth. So let's get some Cab Franc in there. We've all had those days, long car ride. You go to the gas station, you're at the checkout counter, you go to the bathroom, and you're like, you know what sounds good right now? A Slim Jim. I made sure to go with original flavored. 6 grams of protein in this thing.
Continuity with the corn dogs.
Yeah, I needed my
Okay.
daily dose of. I should have opened these beforehand. We might have to Lady in the Tramp it, Sarah. Just pull it out.
Oh,
Okay.
can we? Oh, wait, wine.
Oh, wine. Yeah, hug. Oh, look, the Spartacus, Austin's dog's here because he smelled Slim Jims.
Right here. Okay, you ready, friend?
Yep. Talk about mystery meat. What the heck is this?
What's that casing?
How you can just chew it forever. People are like, oh Jesus. Are you at a truck stop?
I know that's what.
I got this at our local Vons, actually.
Okay. Oh. The
No
Slim
from
Jim.
me. That actually surprised me. I thought that was actually
Hmm.
no. You try it first. I thought that was gonna work.
Okay.
No. Like all I taste is acid, which is weird.
So it took everything away.
Like I thought protein, like it's a little smoky. Yeah. This was not sponsored by Slim Jim. FYI.
No, and if you do have a Slim Jim in your pantry, throw it away.
throw it away. Or don't drink it with the Cab Franc. Enjoy it when you are on that next
Road
next
trip?
excursion. So our
When
last
you're in
one,
your big rig,
yeah, when you're
trekking
drinking.
across the country.
So we had a couple
Oh.
yays, a couple nays. It was a mid fence line for the Cheetos.
He liked
Corn
it.
dog
I'm
was
not
a
gonna do it
no.
again.
Oreos, yes. Reese's, no. Actually, it was a lot of no's. We debunked a lot of those. Slim
Yeah.
Jim, hard no.
I think maybe we're just really
We're really picky. The last one I'm excited for though because this is actually a Tara pairing.
Yes.
So as soon as I said wine and junk food, Tara goes,
Ooh, like the Triana Red and nacho cheese Doritos.
and I said, done. Since
Yeah.
Tara done, I will go
Yeah.
buy them.
So we once did an everyday pairing in the tasting cellar. This was years and years ago,
Mhm.
and I wanted to hate it, to be honest. I wanted to look at it and be like, oh, there's like just one nacho cheese Dorito sitting there, and it's pairing with this Triana Red, and I was like, this is ridiculous. And then I tasted it, and I changed my mind forevermore. And now every time I pour the classic Triana Red, I have them I have them pair it with nacho cheese Doritos.
All right,
So
let's give it a shot.
okay.
Hug the wine or hug the chip. I thought my wine smelled funny, but it's because Spartacus is right here breathing with me. Hi, Spartacus. Do you want the Slim Jim?
He probably
He
does.
probably does. I freaking love Triana Red.
And nacho cheese Doritos.
Yeah.
Let's get some top-notch
Vanessa,
burgers.
that Slim Jim made me dizzy. Me too, Jeanette.
Dizzy.
That was wild. You're gonna need Tums after this. Yes, Kelly. That should have been the 5th pairing. Tums and something.
It's not what I remember.
It's not bad though.
But I'll
It's
do
better
it.
than the Slim Jim.
I will continue.
Yes.
I will continue to drink this and pair, but
Yeah.
you know, every vintage is different too.
Mm-hmm. Triana Red
Okay.
is just so classic, though.
It really pairs with anything,
Mhm.
like anything. You can put Triana Red. Same thing with the anniversary Triana Red. Like, go ahead and experiment. Try it with all different kinds of foods because it works really
I call
well.
it my dinner party wine.
Mhm.
I take it to everyone's house. Any dinner, it pairs well with so many different foods, but palate-wise, it's just universal.
Yeah, well, it's got that
Everyone enjoys
cab, right?
Mhm.
So cab up front, juicy, ripe. Let's pair this with a steak. Syrah on the finish, so you get a little bit of that like that like gritty meatiness. I mean, it's super versatile.
Exactly.
Should I? Nah,
This was so fun.
this worked.
I feel like it really is like take your favorite snack, try it with some of your favorite wines, see what works for you. Because again, at the end of the day, wine is subjective. Wine and food is subjective. What you like is what you like.
Yeah.
I apologize to anyone I offended who loves Slim Jims with Cab Franc.
Oh,
It was my preference, but we all have our things. So if you have something that you love to eat, try it with some of your favorite wines and see if you enjoy it. It doesn't
yeah,
have to
and
be a
don't be
five-star.
afraid. Don't be afraid to take your wines, take your $100 bottle wines, and pair it with whatever you want to pair it with.
Yeah, or your $9 bottle of wine.
Right.
Pair with a fillet.
Exactly,
You know, it's up to you.
exactly.
It's all subjective.
Yep.
So
Somebody smelled something.
yeah, you want a Slim Jim too, sir?
Yes, sir.
He smelled
Spartacus,
what we're
let's make
gonna
room
get.
for Austin.
Come here.
Hi, Austin.
Come here.
Come on in. Oh my God, I'm on Spartacus's foot. How's it going?
Good, good. How are you
Good.
two?
We're good. Just, do you want a corn dog?
You know, I might eat
Sorry.
corn
Do
dog.
you want some wine?
You do need some wine.
I do need wine for sure.
Yeah.
I grabbed this wine to pour for us today.
Oh, cool.
So this is one of our other Appellation Series wines. This is our Sassoon Valley Grenache,
Mhm.
which has a fun story with Austin. Within his career, the vineyard that we got this from too, which is super kind of personal too.
Yeah, for sure. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I've been reading all the comments. Just walked in, I was reading it, and it was some good ones out there for sure. You guys are having a quite a treat with these two. These two are, I think they're gonna get their own shows soon. Yeah. Stay tuned.
And it's going to be in your backyard every time.
Let's do it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
Appellation Series. This is
a
fun thing for me.
I think we enjoy making wine as winemakers, and some, we do. One of the cool things I think about what we have at the Tasting Cellar is it gives us an opportunity. Not only do we have our national brands that you can try and taste, but it's more exciting. You all are out there supporting us and drinking our wines that are sold in your neighborhoods and your restaurants and things like that, and be able to make a wine that you can only get from our place, and these guys are able to show it to you. It's just a more I think it's more intimate. It's more fun. It gives a different perspective on what we do as winemakers. Our team is extremely amazing, and then they've got me. The funny story. We're actually we've grown over the years, and we're currently under construction at our production facility, which someday hopefully we'll be able to get you all out there to see it at some point. We're trying to come up with ideas about it because it is pretty neat to see. It's the winemaking facility, and we've decided to embark and do a big building. It's really big, actually. It's really pretty scary because it's got
A little bit of
a little bit of expansion, but we ship our wines from here to other places in the state to have it consolidated and shipped out to our national distributors, and even y'all with the wine clubs, it goes through a different system, which we're trying to bring in house too. So we're going to be vertically integrated. I'm using big boy words now. We're going to be able to not only we built a new bottling line. It took us about a year and a half to build in Italy. So it was, and they're currently there, putting it all together, and we've been testing it all week and last week, and it's pretty amazing. You see this machinery. I officially learned one thing today: how to stop one conveyor belt by putting your hand like this underneath the box, and it just stops.
Like a safety precaution.
No, it's everything is touchscreen. Everything is motion sensors. There's like I don't know, 1,000 sensors on this thing. I mean, the state of the art is unbelievable. Like, I mean, a case of wine will go through it and it stops on a scale and it weighs it. So when we first start the bottling line, we weigh that case of wine, the first one that comes off, so we know exactly how much it weighs. And it goes through and hits that scale, stops, weighs, and we tested it today. And if it doesn't weigh exactly what it should weigh, with 12 full bottles of wine and exactly filled to the proper milliliters, then it goes and it kicks the box off and slides it off.
Off there on the ground.
Yeah, no, on the ground.
The ground shatters.
We're still working on that part. But it's really pretty cool. And the funny part about it was the team's all doing it. We got architects, everybody's talking. Saying, well, we need to start naming these areas because it's grown it's a big area. We've got people riding around on electric scooters and from one side to the other side. I'm like, geez, this is getting too big. This is crazy. What's going on? So we have to name all these different areas on the campus. I'm like, wait, what?
The wings.
The campus.
The campus, right?
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, well, I hated school, so I don't want to
It's
call
not.
it campus, and I don't think we're quite Google or Amazon, so I don't think we can have a campus. So I said, let's call it the Dream Factory.
Oh, that's such an Austin.
So saying that is part of the reason why we make these wines, because we do dream and we do reach out into other parts, and it's just exciting. California is such a special place, and there's other regions that are growing wine grapes outside of California that we've been looking at too. So there's so much fun and excitement to be able to try new things and build on what we already do. And so the opportunity that you all give us, be honest with you, allows us to be able to do this kind of stuff. And so we've created the Appellation series because there's a lot of compelling locations throughout the state that we can make wines that have sense of place, just like we do in Paso Robles. And so for me, it's just exciting, right? So we've reached out, and this one in particular, the Suisun Valley, is a new up-and-coming region. It's not new, actually, but it's just over the hill from Napa Valley. And one of my mentors that I worked with that was a great inspiration in my life was Chuck Wagner from Caymus, and he has built an amazing operation in the Suisun Valley, and he's moved all of his production over there, and he's built it's a world-class, beautiful tasting area for people to come in, and really transforming the region, quite honestly, and it's pretty special. So years ago, when he started moving into that area, we started talking about varieties, and we bounced back and forth ideas. What do you think? Like, for example, I told him, he says, what do you think's new? I said, Graciano, plant Graciano.
Yes.
Even though I had a love-hate relationship with it, and I hated it for years because it was not the right variety, which most of you know.
First a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So I said, plant Grenache in this little area. So we planted Grenache, and it's called the Baines Ranch, and we actually brought the cuttings from us. We planted it own rooted. It's head trained. It's a beautiful little vineyard, and so it got mature enough to where we could harvest, and we took some and we brought it down here and we made it. And it shows an example, and I think that if you see the Appellation series, we can show sense of place. So I mean, if you say Grenache, and if you've been to our place, you can see we've got a Santa Barbara Grenache, we've got a Paso Grenache, we've got our estate Grenache, and now we've got the Suisun we're getting ready to release, and it's just I think it's a beautiful little wine. So it gives us more things to do, which the winemaking team is not super excited about sometimes, because it's like, well, what's he coming back with now? And I'm like, hey, we want to make an Arnase. Oh, no, really? Okay, yeah. And we got Stacy, our director of vineyards, like, Stacy, can you find Arnase? Yeah, okay. And so I don't know. It keeps it exciting, and that's why we joke about it, call it Dream Factory. It's because campuses are lame. Who wants to go be on a campus, right?
Campus.
So
I think it's also a great showcase of, I feel like especially like the team of you and Stacy, like you guys have such we do so much Paso, we focus so much on Paso, to showcase your guys' knowledge and experience of other parts of California too. And I always describe it to people, I'm like, if you find like a really
Grenache vineyard, wherever it may be, Santa Barbara, Suisun Valley, we pass it up just because it's not Paso. Like, no, it's showcase some really good quality
Mhm.
Grenache coming from a really cool part of California.
Right.
And I think people will dig that. And like you said, people being, and Tara said earlier, people being used to our estate Grenache that Austin's made for 20 years, like to showcase versatility within California's wine regions.
Yeah.
And I think it's really fun. It educates people and people can branch out and try different things. So I feel like people enjoy trying these different Rhone varietals from these different vineyards too.
Plus, the barrel program on this 2020 Sassoon is killer. It's up my alley.
Yeah.
Personally, I like a little bit longer, 29 months. So I'm like, okay, bring it on. You know, I love it. I love it. I think this is a really cool wine. Something a little bit different for us too. Which, yeah, keep the production on their toes. We're on our toes all the time. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
We
are dropping
Switch,
stuff quite often.
pivot.
Earlier, and you,
Oh,
I want to say, I dropped this, Bob. You announced at our last live
Mhm.
stream a really fun project that we're doing downtown. You
We
wanna
are.
update us?
downtown.
Downtown. So we have officially moved, taken up the location. I talked about it last time a little bit. It's 1140 Pine Street, and it is literally across the street from our park. If you all haven't been here, you know where the park's at. So it's right there. It's on the park, and so we're going to call it Hope on Park, and we're going to open one portion of it on May 18th.
Which is the same day as Wine Fest weekend, right? On that Saturday. So that was that little, that's where I'll be.
Yes.
So he'll be,
I'll be at Wine Fest, Tara
I'll
will
be
be
at
at
Hope
Hope
on
on
Park.
Yeah. So it's been a long road getting it all ready, and my wife has done an amazing job with interior design, and we
Incredible.
It's pretty cool to see it come together because we would sit on the couch at night, you know, and come up with ideas and concepts, and then she'd go start research, and then she'd be like, "What do you think of this? What do you think of that?" And I'm like, "That's cool. That's not cool." And then I throw things. She's like, "No, that's not cool." I'm like, "Yes, it is."
Yes, it is.
But it is cool.
We're currently in a debate over a door color right now, so I
Very
don't know.
important.
I don't know if our marriage is going to make it because we're really arguing over a door. It's a slight variation of the black color and a deep purple. So I don't know.
That's what you guys are in your marriage, door colors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's our big fight.
Hey, that's not bad.
No, but it's amazing. We're super thankful that it's coming together. We got a great team working on it. Like I said, she's got impeccable design, and it's I think you all be pleasantly surprised. It's if you've been to our tasting cellar now, I mean you feel the vibe. This is even it goes even a little bit deeper into into the same kind of vibe, and it's going to be really special. We're excited about it. We are going to open, so there's a 3-phase deal with it. It's we are going to have, drum roll. We're going to open the front part. It's going to be the sidewalk bar,
Mhm.
and this is something that has gone away, right? It's this is something that the old days of wine tasting, right? It was a bar. You'd walk up, you stand, and you'd belly up to the bar, and you put your glass out there, and you know sometimes it's 4 deep, and reach
Yep.
over. "Hey, what do you want? Oh, my pepper, oh my this,
Can I
blah,
get
blah, blah." Just so and they can be fun. It can be energy, right? I love what we do, and I think you all love what we do at the Tasting Cellar. What these guys do, it's a super special thing. But this particular piece of it is going to be more, you know, fly by the seat of your pants. Like you want to pop in. There's not going to be reservation. I mean, you can get reservations if you want, but it's not necessary. You roll up, and it's really cool. We put bifold doors, so the whole front of the building just completely open. So just you pours right out into the sidewalk, and right there's the park. We designed some really cool, beautiful bars. We've got an amazing friend of ours, Lisa Schutte, is doing she's the neon queen, and she's doing a really amazing neon that's going to be hanging down as a chandelier right over the bar. Looks like a grapevine with neons, and it's super cool. And you'll see then there's a glass partition. You can't see what's behind it, but you will eventually.
Maybe.
One day.
We're going to debut a new brand there that is not been talked about.
Hey,
Some-
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, see,
Whoa.
here we go. I'm always dropping
We
these
were
things.
told to cut you off if you said
A quarter glass of wine, I start spilling the beans. You know, and again, it just goes to the fact that we love what we do. We love to create. We want to create experiences, and that'll be part of Hope on Park. Is as we slowly open up the next levels of
entertainment.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Where we've these guys have been working really hard. Tara's got some great ideas with some new experiences that we've not done at this place,
Mhm.
and it's a little smaller place, but it's going to be, and we're going to have some things maybe to munch on, and it's gonna evolve over the next 18 months into, I think, something very special that everybody's going to want to be part of, and it's going to be, we'll be able to cater to whatever you want, right? So if you want to just pop in,
Cool.
have a glass of wine at the bar, sidewalk bar, have a glass. Excuse me, Holly was
Wine
here
cocktails.
earlier,
Yeah, yeah.
and she was making gave a whole flight of wine cocktails for us all to try and see that they taste, and it
so
was
good.
They're amazing.
blew me away. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
So good.
I'm telling you, Holly and her, like,
I was like,
her
what's in
flavors,
this?
like, I mean, she's amazing.
yeah, I mean, it was very cool. So you'll be able to have cocktails. We do those to go. We've got cups with lids, and nobody said we can't do it yet. Don't tell anybody if we can't, but we're gonna do it anyways. You'll be able to pop in and grab a lot of wine, and as a lot of you know, we've got some great things downtown Park that you can. Summer, we have the concert series. That's
Mhm.
usually what, Thursdays or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So every Thursday during the summer, there's a concert in the park. So you can pop in, grab a bottle of wine, cross the street, have a good time.
Yeah.
So that's all for now.
It's
I'm not
exciting
supposed to
for
talk
us.
anymore.
I feel like are you telling us to stop? It's exciting for us. Exciting for. I feel like it's also exciting for downtown Paso. Like to
Yeah.
your point, also downtown Paso is such like a walking downtown.
Mhm.
So to have that option where you don't have to fully walk into a tasting room, like it's literally curbside basically. You can just pop in, enjoy some Austin Hope wines in a kind of very kind of approachable, fun, memorable, but casual experience.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
to
there's a new flavor downtown kind of a
new
thing,
flavor
right? And
downtown, yes.
we're excited to be a part of the downtown vibe
Yes.
and bring a new vibe too, but also just be a part of the community.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
downtown special, and it continues to get
Yeah.
better, and it's
Yeah.
it is cool. I mean, I feel very honored to have our place down there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm really excited
We are
for it.
excited.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Working
gonna let
hard.
Kim close us out, and we just want to thank all of you guys too. So, Kim, take it away.
Let's do it.
You have something special?
Yeah.
I might have something special. I feel like this is like tradition now. We just end with bubbles.
Yeah.
I left the cage on because I didn't trust myself.
We
But-
are extremely grateful for you. Thank you. The chat was so busy. If I didn't get to you, I will tomorrow, I promise. We love our jobs. We love you. We are super, super grateful. And as always, we couldn't be us without each and every one of you. So we'll see you soon at the Tasting Cellar, virtually, downtown. Somewhere.
Options.
Thank you all so much. Have a great night.
And
Some
here we
bubbles.
go.
Bubbles.
Oh, you got new
Decided
glasses.
to stay for this time, so
What's that?
I'm that direction. Okay.
You can do it.
You got it.
You can do it.
I think I got all over my shoe, but it's okay. Thank you guys. We appreciate each and every one of you.